Here's a recap of this week's top news stories in Qatar, brought to you by Marhaba, the ultimate guide to Qatar. Join us after the news for a 10-minute tour of Souq Waqif, which, if you decide to do it yourself, should take you less than an hour to walk the route. It's something everyone can do, and it's completely free of charge. Go on, have a go. Now here's a recap of the week's news. Starting with last Saturday, when the Gulf Times front page featured Garangao celebrations bring cheer to children. Garangao celebrations brought happiness and joy across Qatar on Friday, the 14th day of the holy month of Ramadan. Katara, the cultural village, saw a grand turnout of families with children who enjoyed the traditional festival at Hekma Hall. Garangao is a celebration by Qatari and Gulf families on the night of the midway point of Ramadan, in honour of children, to reward them for completing the fasting up to this point and to encourage them to continue and persevere in fasting. On to Sunday, and Qatar Tourism announces the first ever Eid festival from May the 3rd until May the 5th. This is the region's first ever giant balloon parade, and it will take place on Doha's Corniche, with marching bands, daily firework displays, carnival games, and food stalls among the highlights of the festival. Monday now, and Qatar Tourism plans to double the number of job openings in the tourism sector. There's been a 7-fold increase in the number of visitors in Q1 2022. And Qatar Tourism aims to increase the travel and tourism sector's contribution to GDP from 7% to 12%. Tuesday, and the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change has announced that the winter camping season for the year 2021-2022 will end on May the 2nd. And in this morning's newspapers, there's been a crackdown on workers' housing in family areas. An inspection campaign in Al Rayyan municipality has resulted in the detection of 130 violations of the law prohibiting workers' housing in family residential areas. That's all for the news this week. Join me now for a fact-filled introductory tour of Souq Waqif. Come with me on a guided tour of Souq Waqif. This is the first in a series of Qatar tours, and today's route is called Souq Waqif Tour 1. It's a 1-hour tour if you decide to give the route a try for yourself, and goes around in a complete circle. We don't delve too much into the indoor areas, as this is more like an introduction to Souq Waqif. There will be more tours in the future covering more areas within the souk. Right then, let's get started at Caesar's Thumb. Cesar Baldassini was a key figure in the French 1960s art movement. The original cast was of the artist's own thumb, produced for an exhibition on the theme of hands, titled Les Mains, in 1965 in Paris. The artist then made a series of increasingly larger versions of the thumb, scaling up the smaller model using traditional techniques. And now this super large version finds itself in Souq Waqif. As well as being a truly magnificent piece of street art, the thumb makes an ideal meeting point, and for us today marks the start and the end point of our tour. Next stop, and very close to the thumb, is the Bismillah Hotel, the oldest hotel in Qatar. Built in the 1950s, this was once the go-to place for visiting traders. Just in case you need one, there is a pharmacy in the souk, and here it is. Next up is one of the favourite locations for tour guides in need of a cup of karak and a chapati. When our guests have free time to go and explore the souk on their own, tour guides usually end up having some light refreshment sat outside Ali Al Nama Coffee. And just opposite Ali Al Mama Coffee is Doha Exchange, just in case you need some currency converting. The next thing to look out for is hidden just inside a tunnel entrance. Gulf Colours have a studio shop offering prints and postcards of Qatar past and present. Even if you don't buy anything, it's well worth a look to see some old images of Qatar from days gone by. There's more to see inside, so make sure you pop in. Just a bit further down the street on the right is Saad Al Jassim, the old pearl diver's shop. I have been told he is the oldest surviving professional pearl diver. And to be a pearl diver, you had to be exceedingly fit. And this gentleman was certainly fit. If he's in the shop, he is always happy to delight you with stories of the past, and also to demonstrate how strong he still is. Make sure you pop in and say hello. Just a few steps away from the old pearl diver is a large photo of the souk from back in the 70s. And the photo is of the exact spot you are standing in right now. One of the most well-known landmarks in Qatar is the Fanar building. I call it the Curly Whirly building. Whilst being a functioning mosque, Fanar is better known for hosting religious, education-related and social activities. Also, non-Muslim visitors can attend Friday prayers here conducted in English. Now let's head into the Spice Souk for some amazing photo opportunities. Time to get going again, and next up is a walk through the pet souk. Yes, these are pets. You won't see any chefs wandering around here with a shopping list. Well, you shouldn't anyway. Talking of chefs, this is my favourite eating place in Souk Waqif, Shuja. It's super affordable and absolutely delicious. I like to come here in the evening and chill with a plate of barbecue meats, hummus and bread, and watch the world go by. Now we're off to see the camels. Come with me. The one-humped dromedary makes up 94% of the world's camel population, and the two-humped Bactrian camel makes up 6%. The wild Bactrian camel is a separate species and is now critically endangered according to Wikipedia. These are the one-humped dromedary variety. When they are not lounging around in their luxurious pen, you might find them parading around the grounds of the Amiri Diwan, or appearing in official parades. These seem to be celebrity camels, making regular public appearances. Time to get moving again, and this time we're on our way to the stables to see the horses. Let's just pause here for a second so that I can explain the bits of wood sticking out of the buildings. I want you to imagine a time when wood was very scarce. In fact, wood for building had to be transported to Qatar from far away. Thus, wood was very expensive, So valuable that you would never cut it, because you may decide to move house and want to take it with you. And who knows, you might want to build a bigger house. Right, let's go around the corner to the stables. The stables is home for many horses, and most of them, of course, are of the Arab breed. Small, fast, and very agile. These are the sports car of the equestrian world. And this is another great opportunity to get some more great photos. Make sure you walk to the end of the stables, where you will find this magnificent garden. Here we go again. Next stop, the Falcon Souk. Falcon Souk is literally a square surrounded by businesses dedicated to falconry and hunting. We're here during Ramadan and in the morning, and as such, there is not a great deal of activity to be seen here at the moment. But normally this would be bustling with people and birds. I'll come back here at another time when it's nice and busy again. On the way out of the Falcon Souk, we pass the second largest falcon hospital in the world, dealing with around 200 birds a day for preventative care, documentation, injuries, or because they are simply unwell. This has been a 1-hour tour condensed into around 10 minutes. I hope you follow the route and see some of the amazing locations we visited. Of course, you can do it on your own, but why not book a licensed tour guide to take you around? They will be able to give you so much more extra information and answer your questions along the way as well. Remember to always book a licensed tour guide, or you may be given an awful lot of inaccurate information. I hope you enjoyed Tour 1, an introduction to Souk Waqif. Watch out for more episodes coming soon. Find all the information you need on Qatar in Marhaba's up-to-date e-guides. They're completely free of charge and can be found on their website, marhaba.qa/e-guides.